In the last few years, I have seen students compare all these finance and accounting professional qualifications, and for that, we made a lot of comparison videos. One of the common ones for people who cleared grade 12 is, should I pursue CMA or ACCA? So in this video, we're going to jump into that. And if there is any benefit that you find from this video, please leave a like, leave a comment for anything that you took away from this video, and let us know what else we can do for you guys. Alright, let me jump into it. So what are both of these, right? ACCA, like I said, covers everything that a chartered accountant would need to study. It'll cover accounting, financial management, costing, which is part of management accounting. It'll cover tax, audit. There is also business paper in ACCA. CMA, as I always mention, is management accounting. It's more to do with internal numbers for an organization and how do you use them to actually help grow or advance the organization you're a part of. If you're confused as to which one to take, guys, then I would suggest don't stress so much. I'm going to tell you the other points. Have an understanding, but it will be very customized to you. So another way to do it is reach out, and based on your profile, we'll try and guide you on which is the better course for you. With respect to eligibility for both of them, ACCA you can start post 10th anytime, CMA you can start post grade 12. When it comes to the academic structure, ACCA has a total of 13 papers split into 3 levels, and it takes around between 2 to 3 years on an average for you to complete this qualification. And for CMA, that's the primary difference, right? CMA is split into 2 parts. The first part covering a lot of finance, second part covering a lot of accounting. So you do have a holistic understanding, but the beauty of CMA US is the time factor. You can finish it in less than a year, maybe even 6 months, depending on your speed. When it comes to the scope or the opportunities, remember, ACCA is well recognized across the world. And in India, again, I've seen myself from around 8 years ago when nobody knew about it to today when we have all the top companies in touch with our placement team, taking students every single day across the country, across various profiles, whether they are semi-qualified or completely qualified or are members or are affiliates, it doesn't matter. And the companies, of course, are going to overlap with CMA US. So the companies that hire ACCAs are obviously the big four: KPMG, Deloitte, PwC, EY, Grant Thornton Video. There are multitude of others. If you talk about banks from JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley to Indian banks like HDFC, Kotak, all of these are hiring ACCAs. When it comes to CMA US, the scope, I know that overseas it does have a lot, but finally I've started seeing multinational, which I just named, specifically being open to hiring CMA US students. Just one thing for CMA US students, guys, is that while you can complete the exam, which is the most important part, do it during your college, but you only get membership after 2 years of work experience and graduation. In ACCA, you just need to complete 3 years of your work experience, because any professional qualification expects you to not only complete the exam, but demonstrate professional experience. Next is the fee structure. So I'll just keep this brief, guys. ACCA will be around 4 to 5 lakhs if you start from zero, spread over 3 years, where the return is going to be made in less than your first year of a proper qualified secured job. In CMA, the entire qualification you can complete in between 1.5 to 1.8 lakhs, definitely lesser than 2 lakhs, spread over the entirety of studying the course. And once again, if you secure a job, you're going to be able to recover it in less than 6 months of your new, hopefully the right job, which will provide you a launch pad for your career. So these are the basic points that I know most of us care about. Now, how do you figure out which is the right course for you? So I always tell people that understand in these 2 qualifications. Of course, first is if you understand what is the direction. Then I would say that look at other factors like time, like urgency, like your past interest in overall academics. So if you have the time, you have the bandwidth, you have the energy, you are interested in studies, then you should do ACCA because it's holistic, it's deeper, it's longer, but then it's a superset of what CMA US will have in terms of what you study. However, if you want something which is quicker but has almost the same value, you know that you just want to get going with your career, and then you pick it up from there. Maybe you are already a little behind others who are your peers, or you started late, then I would say CMA US is superb. A lot of students who are at the same stage, just given grade 12, people who are willing to put in the time or want to, for that matter, go for ACCA. People who prefer moving quicker because for whatever reason, they're not too keen on studying too much, but they need a strong qualification in their belt. And when I say not studying, I don't mean ease of or difficulty of studies. I mean time. That's when people go for the CMA US. Of course, we have people who do both as well. That's a rarity. And I always suggest that if you're doing both, it's fantastic. But please make sure that you know why you're doing both rather than just collecting qualifications. Because if you do it for the sake of collecting it, you will most likely be getting the first job based on only one of them. But if you know that there are certain openings which require a combination of both, and that's why you're pursuing it, that's the right attitude. If you want to get into entrepreneurship, then I say you can study both or anyone, and they both have enough to help you look at your own company, your own organization from the lens of finance and accounts. So I think that's the way. If you still need help with the roadmap, as always, we're always available. And if there's anything more that you'd like to know about these two qualifications, then let us know in the comments.